Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for today, Friday, February the 5th, 2016.
Commissioner Rodriguez, James Repenning, and Jacinto are present. President James, we have a quorum. May we start with Bureau introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Sanitation.
Good morning, Eva Sung, Sanitation.
Good morning, Steve Chen, Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, Russ Drizella, Bureau of Contract Administration.
Good morning, Ruben Flamenco, Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Sherman Torres, Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. President James, we do not have any speaker cards under general public comment, nor any of the regular items for today's agenda.
Then we'll close general public comment. Our first item of business, the approval of the meeting minutes from the meeting of Wednesday, January 20th, 2016. Is there a second to my motion that we approve those minutes? By Commissioner Rodriguez. Any objection? Without objection, those meeting minutes will be approved. Agenda item number one, it's been requested that agenda item by the Bureau that agenda item number one be continued to February 22nd, 2016. Any objection? And we'll continue agenda item number one to February 22nd, 2016. Agenda item, let's go ahead and do what previously was the first agenda item that we continued from last week. Is it supplemental, Mr. Campos?
Yes, it is. Supplemental item number 6.
Okay, so I need to find it on here. Oh, here it is. Supplemental number 6. This was a continuance from Wednesday's meeting. It is recommending that the board adopt the specifications and advertise for bids to be received on March 9th, 2016 in connection with the following project at Broadhead tree trimming in the parkways of Pico Boulevard from Union Avenue to Alvarado Street and certain other streets. This was the one that we held over from Wednesday until today at the request of Council District 14. I did get confirmation from Council District 14 that they're ready with the Bureau to go ahead with this today. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Tyson on this? This is the invitation of bids and one of 4 that we had for Monday or Wednesday. We approved the other 3 on Wednesday. I don't have any further questions. Is there a second to my motion that we approve supplemental number 6 by Commissioner Repenning? Any objection? We'll do so. We can send it forthwith. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Going back to our regular agenda item number 2, Bureau of Engineering for Council District 14. Recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to issue a task for solicitation to Geocon West to provide structural integrity testing services for the Channel 35 television studio and office relocation project with a budget authority in the amount of $230,000, which includes contingency. Mr. Abdallah?
Good morning, Commissioners, Department Heads, City Attorney. As stated, I'm here to discuss the addition of additional scope for the Channel 35 project. The materials testing that we're adding to the project is going to save us a significant amount of money for the structural design itself. The testing is not only just for the Masonic Hall, Merced Theater, it is also for the Pico House. That entire block will receive what's called flat jack testing to develop the values for the existing concrete mortar and the bricks themselves. Those elements will help us those values will help us accurately design the structural system for that building and keep us from over-designing it and increasing the construction costs unnecessarily.
Commissioner Jacinto?
Thank you, President James. Ohaji, thank you for your report. I saw the, I'm going to ask you first, can you describe a little bit about the site, what the work is related to?
The work is related to the structural retrofits of both the Merced Theater, Masonic Hall, and the Pico House in relation to the implementation of the television studio to be lodged into the Masonic Hall and Merced Theater themselves. Because all 3 structures are considered one structural block, we're having to address the structural concerns for the entire Pico block. The structural improvements within the Merced will affect the Pico House itself and therefore we are doing a lighter structural retrofit for the Pico house and the heavier portions for the Merced.
Did we anticipate this expense earlier on?
We anticipated an expense for materials testing, and that was certainly included in the budget, but nothing for this amount. This is fairly innovative for the West Coast. This is done quite a bit on the East Coast because there are obviously more unreinforced masonry historical buildings on the East Coast. So typically on the West Coast, we would go in and do what's called, it's a very destructive core drilling, which leaves the building facades in a sort of Swiss cheese format until the repairs are made. Because this is such a sensitive block and historically sensitive area, we are using a much more sensitive approach. And this approach will become the standard for unreinforced masonry buildings on the West Coast as well. So we will see this type of testing, and hopefully we'll get more firms participating in doing this type of testing so we can get better bids.
And this is the best time to do the project, to do it, obviously, for lack of a better term, once you got it opened up. Now's the right time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Any questions at all? Commissioner Asentos made a motion that we adopt number 2, seconded by Commissioner Rodriguez. Any objection?
Thank you.
Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 2. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any
Have a
problem
good day.
sending number 2 forthwith? We'll send number 2 forthwith. Agenda item number 3, motion from the Bureau of Engineering for Council District 6, recommending the board extend the bid receipt date for the Van Nuys Police Station Elevator Addition at 6240 North Sylmar Avenue project from February 10th forward 2 weeks to February 24th, 2016. Robert.
Haji's a little tall. Good morning, Commissioners, Bureau Representatives, City Attorney, and Executive Officer. I'm here to present this motion to request the 2 additional weeks for the bidding because the contractors requested that this be extended due to the fact that the elevators are a specialty item, and so they wanted to get good bids for that elevator. It is a special elevator to provide access to disabled people at an existing police station that is actually built in the 1960s, and the first floor is on the second floor. So the only access to disabled persons is through a stair and a wheelchair lift that is attached to the stair, which is dangerous and not very functional. So the police department requested that this new elevator be added at the entrance of the building.
Okay, and Robert, just for the record, because we make an oral record,
Robert Lomelin, Bureau of Engineering, Architectural Division.
Your last name?
Lomelin.
Lomelin, okay, thank you, sir. Any questions regarding agenda item number 3? Just extending the bid date, I don't have any questions. Commissioner Davis has made a motion that we adopt it, seconded. I'll second it. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt number 3. Any problem sending it in forthwith? We'll send number 3 forthwith. Thank you, sir. Have a nice weekend. Agenda item number 4, specifications submitted for board adoption and authorization to advertise for the invitation of bids. The secondary sewer renewal program, Daly Street and Avenue 25, Council Districts 1 and 14. Is there a second to my motion that we adopt number 4 forthwith? By Commissioner Asento. Any objection? Without objection, we will do so. Agenda item number 5, Honeywell International Incorporated and Travelers Casualty and Surety Company of America transmitting bond to release money withheld on a stop notice filed by Wunderlich Malik in connection with the Los Angeles Wastewater Control System Replacement Project. Is there a second to my motion that we receive number 5 forthwith? By Commissioner Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we'll receive number 5 forthwith. Have we cleared the desk, Mr. Campos?
Yes, you have.
Then before our management meeting, which follows in the conference room behind us, and we adjourn now, I would just say, Commissioner Davis, congratulations, and thank you for the work that you put in to everything that surrounded the successful event on Wednesday for African American Heritage Month.
Thank you very much. It was an honor for us to recognize one of our living legends, and it was certainly something that motivated a lot of our staff and our constituents in the city, and it was a thrill to work with the mayor and city council around that event. So thank you.
Thank you. And we are adjourned with the exception of the management meeting. Thank you.